I'm kind of a bad man. I do bad things. I have bad habits. I have really, I feel like I have really great aspirations toward goodness. Unfortunately, though, my aspirations are deadly. Truth be told, at the same time I desire my deadly aspirations, I also desire my virtuous aspirations. I want better things. I want a better world. And in so much as there is a multiverse, a lot of people believe in the multiverse. There isn't a multiverse, but in so much as people believe in a multiverse, we should believe in multiple beautyverses. The beautyverse. The universe is the collection of beauty verses. The beautyverse, the universe, the metaverse, whatever. I'm a terrible man. I don't mind saying it. I survive on bad habits. But sometimes bad habits are better than terrible habits. Like, a bad habit is better than a deplorable habit. Like, you know? Like doing something pretty bad, pretty capital P, doing something pretty bad is definitely way better, way less worse than doing something very terrible. So, all my habits are pretty bad. I watch videos of people around the world whose habits are even worse than mine. Like, I'm the worst person I know. I'm the worst person I know, for sure. For me, like me, I'm actually the worst person that I know. Having that said, on the interwebs, on the internet, on X, on YouTube, on Facebook, on whatever, I see people even worse than me. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's true. Is it true? There are people even worse than me? It can't be true. Even dumber than me? It can't be true. Even stupider than me? It can't be true. Yet, there we are. A small handful of those dumber, stupider than me are virtuous. A very small handful. Maybe one. Maybe one. Maybe one woman. And maybe it's Mary. Maybe she is the only one who escapes all critique, who escapes all criticism. Maybe her, Mary, my mother. Maybe. maybe Mary. The thing people don't think about is that the first thing Christ, God in flesh, saw coming into this world was his mother. And the last thing Christ saw leaving this world before Christ became heavenly form was Mary. The thing Protestants get wrong about Mary is that Protestants don't sufficiently yet understand that in the beginning of Christ's life, the thing he loved most was Mary's face as he came into this world. And the thing in the midlife of Christ, as a teenager, almost a man, the thing he loved most was his mother, Mary. That story is not well written yet. But what is well written is the last day of Christ's life in flesh on earth. And the last thing he saw was just like the first thing he saw, was just like the thing he saw that struck him most in the middle of his life, which is, which always will be Mary's face. Ave Maria. Ave Maria. The thing Protestants get wrong, and I'm a Protestant, right? Martin Luther created, essentially, I mean, you can ride roller coasters of religio-semantics, but when it comes down to it, it's basically Martin Luther, And Martin Luther, fled the church. So, pretty much I think God has given me the mantle. I think God has given me I'm not sure, but I think God has given me the task of being or becoming the anti-Luther or the inverse Luther. Like, I am the one over Martin Luther. So, if Martin Luther over one equals Protestantism, or rather, if Martin Luther over one equals Catholicism divided by Protestantism, then me equals, well, you do the math. Martin Luther was Catholic, and he abandoned his. Martin Luther abandoned his Catholicism. Martin Luther abandoned his Catholicism. So did, essentially, the Anglican Church, whatever. One of the things about slavery in the United States that people don't realize is that the number one slaveholders in the United States were members of the Anglican Church of England. And though England claims that it destroyed slavery before the United States did, one of the things that England doesn't say is that when England, under the king at the time, dispelled slavery, so they say, at that same time, right? So England supposedly was the first to dispel the Afro-slavery conundrum, right? Yet, who are the greatest slaveholders in America? Anglican. Like Anglicans, members of the English church. And that was before Episcopalianism, that was before whatever, Anglicanism, Episcopalianism, Americanism. That's why the Anglican Church and the Anglican Church in the United Kingdom and the Episcopalian Church in New England. I live in New England. I know it. I know all about it. I know more than almost anybody on earth about the Episcopalian Church. Almost anyone on earth. Not anyone, but almost anyone. Like, there's 1,000 people who know about this, and I know more than most of them. The greatest perpetrators of slavery in the United States of America before the Civil War were members of the English, Anglo, under the king, church. The reason why England and the reason why Episcopalian, Anglican Church, New England, and there's all these different branches. There, 30,000, 40,000 different churches registered in America, plus. The reason why England is feeling so bad now is because of the Anglican Church. And the reason why the Episcopalian and the American Anglo-Saxon, whatever, like anything that has anything to do with the Anglicized church from England in America that's been branched off and segregated and created its own church, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all like guilt. The reason why England is so weak now, and the reason why New England is so weak now, has everything to do with the Anglican Church, the Episcopalian Church, and there's all these different variants of it, There's this intricate web of Anglican Episcopalianism, guilty transatlantic Anglo-Episcopalianism. That's pretty much where everything has went wrong. It's true, really, when you think about it. Absolutely true. Yeah, man. having all that said, who gives a shit? Let's dance, but we can't touch. See, that's the beautiful thing about. There are two of my favorite things. Well, I have 101 favorite things, 1,001 favorite things, but one of my small group, one of my 20 favorite things is "The Groove Is in the Heart." That song. "The Groove Is in the Heart," and also the series USA Dance Party. USA Dance Party, that's like a show that was like 20 or 30 years old. And the groove is in the heart. That's like a song that's like 20 or 30 years old. But they both share the same kind of symbolism, which is like total whack individualism, but nobody ever touches. Like close proximity, but no one ever touches. I love that. Close proximity. We're dancing. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not. Now, normally, when we think about "I'm not touching you" culture, it's kind of like in your face, like, "I'm not touching you." It's like tickle, 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 tickle. And you're like, "I'm not ticklish. I'm not ticklish. I'm not ticklish." But like, you are ticklish. And you're tickled, you know? Anyway. Little bit disgusting. Here